Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we got something pretty cool and special for you guys. I know it's another product video, but as we get them, we try to make videos, especially if it's something we think is pretty cool and you guys might be interested in. Today it's one of them compressor fridges. I know you see them all over the place, like for overlanders and campers and stuff. It runs on the 12 volt or household power. This one ain't dual zone where you can do freezer and fridge, but it will do either freezer or fridge, which is just as cool. And it's kind of the economy one. It's not the high end where you get the $1,200 Domestics. This is on the lower end, and I happened to catch a coupon for $67 off, so it made it under $300. So this is a sub $300, 50 quart liter, however they say it, RV fridge. So with that being said, let's get it up here and show you what we got. Boom, there it is. This is the Setpower AJ50G, and this is the 50 quart unit. It's their biggest one they have. So let's get this open, show you what we got. It even does a deep freeze. It does from 0 degrees to -18 for the deep freeze. There we go. Looks like to be a box inside a box, so it's packaged a little better, I guess. Nice. We have a little trip coming up, so we bought this for that trip. Try to save money so you don't have to go out to eat all the time. You can pack some of your own food, which should be a much better option. Plastic bags, keep that away from children. It's heavier than it looks. Speaking of heavier, I think it's 46 pounds, I think is what it said. Jeez. There you go. It's got nice foam in the bottom. All right, guys. Now that we wrestled this out of the box, here she is. This is the big one. I stand corrected. It wasn't 50 quart. It is a 53 quart unit. Weighs about 38 pounds dry. It does come with handles. They're in the box inside. You can put them on or keep them off, or keeping you some space in there. And it goes from anywhere from 0 degrees to 50 degrees. So like I said, it'll work as a fridge or a freezer. And it has 3 levels of voltage protection, which is pretty good. Another cool thing about this being the economy model is it does have a 3-year warranty on the compressor and a year on everything else. But 3 years on the compressor is pretty good for one that's sub $300, especially if you're looking for the sales and stuff like that. We did buy this with our own money. We're not sponsored or anything. We just did a little bit of research for the money. We thought, let's give it a try, see how it works, especially for our trip coming up. And you never know, could be power's out or something, you might need it. This should hold your food for a while. So let's get it opened up, let's get the box inside and see what it looks like. Your AC and DC cables are included with this. So it's got a fast cooling mode. It only uses about 45 watts of power on eco mode. You're probably going to run max at first to get it cool, but after that you're going to go down to probably the eco mode, which will hold what you want most of the time. In the box comes the user's manual. Oh, looks like some cool stickers in the back. Maybe you're doing a scrapbook or something, I don't know. Here are your charger and adapter cables, so you can plug it in the cigarette lighter. Now you guys might not be able to see it that well, but here are your handle brackets and then your handles. These are nice metal handles, good thick plastic. And then the bolts to put them on. If you want to put them on, I haven't decided yet. So inside, I'll bring you guys closer to show you. You got the big main section, and there's a small section to the side where it probably won't get as cold if you had it on the freeze thing. So if you had butter or something, put it on this side so it won't be so hard. And it does have the basket in it, which you can stack your drinks in. A little easier to get in and out. The one thing this unit don't have, which would be nice, is it doesn't have a drain in the bottom. So you can't use it like a cooler, like some of them can. I don't know, you might be able to put a drain in it if you were that ambitious to do it, but it does also have a light inside when it's powered on, so it'll give you a little light in here. The light is on the small side, so it seems like it's gonna be blocked a little bit. It'd be nice to have a light on the main compartment here. So let me get you guys a little closer so you can see inside this thing. All right, guys, we got you over here. Look inside this thing. You can see it's a pretty deep area down in here. You see, it'll hold quite a bit. Like I said, 53 quart's a decent size. And then there's that little compartment I was talking about with the light right there. Like butters and things like that, that might not need the same temp as this side here. This thing, dimension-wise, you're going to get 27.5 inches by 13.6 inches by 20.7 inches. So it's not huge, but it ain't small either. If you walk around on this, it is fused. I know I'm probably in your guys' light there. It does have a fuse, and that's your plug-in location. Nothing on this side. And this side is just blank also. It gives you some food guidelines there, you know, what temperatures to set it at. But remember, when you set it at a temp on there, that's the temp of the sides. Your food might not be as cold, so set it a couple degrees colder. That way it'll get it to where you want it to be. And it gives you a little bit more wiring diagram and some information on it. Pretty good information to have. Another cool thing about this is it will work up to 30-degree angle. So if you're off-roading or overlanding or something, this will still work at 30 degrees. It will auto shut off over 30 degrees. So if you happen to get over that, it will shut off the compressor so it don't hurt anything. Then once you get back level again, it will start back up. Like I said, for the sub $300 price range, this is pretty good. I mean, time will tell, of course, as we're testing it out. But I think this is going to fit the bill. So we're going to get this plugged in and start cool down, and we'll let you know how long it takes to cool down to the temp we set it at. We're going to set it at, let me show you the screen on there. You can see right here. You got just your on and off button, your max and eco mode, your little LED for your temperature range, and then the plus and minus to go up and down. So it's pretty basic. Couple shallow cup holders or can holders. It does have like a locking lid, so it won't just pop up. So that's nice and solid. So like I said, let's get this plugged in, see how long it takes to cool it down. We're gonna put it to, I think we're gonna put it to like, I don't know, let's put it to 40 degrees. That seems like a good fridge temp. So let's do that. Okay guys, I know we said we were gonna plug it in, but I decided to put the handles on, so I'm gonna show you how to do that first. This kit comes with all you're gonna need. These are the Torx type bits, and it comes even with a little wrench to do it. First thing we gotta do is pop these little plugs out, because they cover the threads in there. You might want to put those in a safe place in case you decide to take the handles off sometime. Then we're going to mount the first one of these. We're going to take it, just put it in through the hole, because you can mount one side first, and the other side you're going to mount with the handle in. Get that started. Catch another one down below here. I mean, it does stick out of there. Like with the handle, it's probably going to stick out another, I don't know. We got about 2.5 inches on each side, so about another 5 inches it's going to stick out. So on this next one, we're going to want to put the handle in there first, then slide this side on, just like that. Then you can start the other screw in. And you're just going to repeat the same thing on the other side. That's how it's going to take to mount your handles. Otherwise, trying to lift that around, if you're putting it in someplace and you're leaving it there, it'd be great, but otherwise, trying to lift this around without those is pretty difficult. So there we go. That's one side mounted. I mean, these are pretty noisy since they're metal. So if you don't mind that, it's fine. But if you do, you could probably wrap the ends with some foam tape or something like that to get them a little quieter. But I don't think they're going to bother me too much. So I'll go on the other side, get that done, then we'll plug it in. All right, guys, we're over here plugging her in. You can see we have the brick plugged in, got the green light on, and then you plug in your cigarette lighter part. I did notice this kind of wants to pop out, which was in the reviews. You could put tape around this just to keep it in there if you are bouncing around a lot. But we're gonna leave it like that, see how it does. We're not off-roading. So let's get this plugged in down here. Here's your port for your plug. And the plug looks like this at an angle. So put it this way, it'll cover your fuse. Like that. And we're gonna come up here and turn on the unit. Right now it's at 64. It's on the max, which is where we want it. We're gonna down this. Actually, yeah, we're gonna down it to, let's go to, what'd I say? Let's do 30, let's do 30, it skips right over 38. It goes by 2, so let's do 39. We'll set it there on max, and we'll see how long it's gonna take to get down to the, what'd I say, 39? Because right now it's at 64 in there, so. Let's see what the time is right now. Time is 2:39, so we'll keep an eye on that and let you know. All right, guys, here we are, less than an hour later. It is 3:30. We started at what, 2:39? We have it set at, I know we have it set at, what do we have it set at, 39? But it's showing 32. So it must go down past that a little bit. But remember, like I said, in here it will show you, like the sides will be that cold, but the center won't be. So 32 would be good, and it won't freeze it shouldn't freeze right next to it. So, and that's on max. So let's turn it to eco and see if it keeps it. Now we just put on eco mode, just simple as pressing that button. As you can see the little light there, eco. Now we'll just wait, and it should use less power. Like it says on eco mode, it uses about 45 watts or so, between 45 and 55. So we'll see if it holds that on the eco mode. We are in a shaded shed. Is where I have it set right now. So if it changes from that, we'll know that it can't hold it. But I think it'll do all right. But remember, your times will vary. Your times will vary if you have it in the sun or in an enclosed vehicle or something. We're in a nice shaded area, so we'll let it go and see what happens. Boo! Thermal mode, guys. We're going to show you more about this cooler in the thermal mode so you can see the temperature differences.
So outside right now, we're looking at what, 74 degrees is what the top's reading. Again, we're in the shed, so it's not like bad in here.
We have the set at 39. It is currently at 39 in eco mode, and it holds that. It'll vary. It'll go all the way down to 32 at times, but you'll see about the temperature inside. That's good. So let's show you inside.
Ooh, the darkness. So as you see in here, temperatures are varying. We're bouncing between some 42s.
Below about 42, so lower 40s.
Yeah. So we're gonna pull that basket out. I'll look at the side.
We have had this open too.
Yeah, this is our second time recording.
But you can see the temperature difference from what you set it at to what it currently is.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind when you're actually setting the temperature. If you need something to actually be at a certain temperature, you might have to go a little bit colder on that LED display.
And they got a reference chart like I showed you earlier in the video.
Well, I won't be able to see that with thermal.
No, not the thermal. I showed, well, it's kind of got that overlay, but I showed it to you earlier in the video. You can reference that, but I'd say whatever you think you want it at, lower it by 5 degrees. So if you want it at 39, put it down to 34.
All right. Awesome. Well, this was a good test.
All right, guys, we are back from our trip. This thing did great, did flawless. It's been about a week now, and we've had this thing plugged in the whole step of the way. And on eco mode, it's holding the temp we want. Remember, we did set it at 39. It's at 37. It was a little lower. We just opened it, but it worked great. I mean, the compressor's quiet, and that was right behind the seat. Couldn't really even hear it. You can see inside, we still have some drinks in here. But, I mean, the side's still got the ice on it, or like frosty. It's keeping everything nice and cold. There was plenty of room for what we needed. It did great. I mean, I can't complain so far. I mean, it's only been a week, but we constantly running. Like
again,
I said,
for the price, like
yeah,
these get expensive.
They get crazy expensive. So for sub 300 with a 3-year warranty on the compressor, can't really complain on that.
Yeah.
The couple complaints I do have, which, you know, you can't be picky for the price range really, but one is the lid opens up this way.
Yeah, which is kind of a pain. It would be a lot better of a design if you could open it from the front, like how you would normally open
a cooler.
Like a cooler.
Some of the higher ends ones do open that way.
Yeah.
What was the other? Oh, the handles. The handles are kind of
noisy.
So these could be, you know, rubber lined or something, or tighter in there so they don't make that noise.
You could probably wedge something in this little thing here to stop it from twisting and keep it.
Yeah, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you could wrap some foam around there or something, make it a little tighter. What was the other thing? I think that was about it, really. I mean, it was a beautiful thing to work with. I mean, we haven't had this up till now, so being able to have that cold stuff all the time save a lot of money. The display only goes by 2, but it's odd numbers. So like 37, 39. It's weird. I don't know. It's personal. I like the even numbers. 32. But it works great on eco once you get it down to temperature. Can't complain at all. So if you guys want to get yourself one of these, there will be a link to it. It is an Amazon affiliate link. That helps our channel out, but we did buy this ourselves. We're not sponsored by them or anything, but for the price range so far, pretty good. We'll keep you guys updated. Check our webpage out for that, jimmy2tech.com. We'll try to post updates to how this did over time. We'll leave it plugged in the whole time too. I mean, we'll just leave it like a month straight just to see what it's going to do. Then we can keep some drinks outside cool until the next trip. But with that being said, guys, you guys got any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. We'll tell you what we know on this. There are a few other ones in that range, but this one was the cheapest with that coupon we found.
Well, I'm definitely interested in it because I know, at least for like RV stuff, my storage bay is a little bit taller, so I'd probably be able to fit that completely in there and be able to open it in there. Because one thing with the whole RV living, it's the freezer / fridge space sometimes. Mine is less the fridge. I have a very good sized fridge, but the freezer, if you want to load up on like some TV dinners or something, you can fill up the fridge quick. So if I had like one of these, I would just load it with Healthy Choice, all these other TV dinners, or maybe just bagged vegetables.
Sorry about the wind, guys. A little windy out here. Hopefully it's not bothering you guys too much. But yeah, if you see these on Amazon, like I said, $339 it'll show, but look for that coupon. It pops up every now and then. I happened to catch it. It was a $67 off or something like that.
Which is crazy. Pretty massive.
Yeah, that's a big coupon. So look for those, especially around the holidays. You'll probably see more of that. So don't forget to hit that post notifications, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And until next time, guys, try something new.
Do a little bit of everything.